More Baal worship. You know who Chemosh is? Chemosh, their god. You know who Chemosh is? Chemosh, their god. Among heathenism, their god. Among heathenism, You know who Chemosh is? Chemosh means subduer, and he was their object of Baal worship. In other words, they had drifted so far that they were worshiping things they knew not, called Chemosh, their god, and has been drafted into the most holy day among heathenism.
Yo, I try to help settle the score for the spiritually poor by regaining access to the restricted reality and randomly restore towards those that frequently fulfill a daily physical chore and irrepressibly implore for the determined death of the flesh which is to come, bringing back the life like before. Yo, bravely beseech salvation to explore what is eternally in store, which consists in endless existence of light evermore. Upon the attempt to terminate the superstition that guards tradition, I extrapolate a way too far inside the core of fraudulent folklore, selecting a certain solid suggestion that will establish a vivid verbal connection, clearing the collective congestion, making a lyrical lesson capable of digestion for those that acknowledge the voracious profession, helping acquire an answer to a curious question, gathering a geodesic procession built up by the believers sequential to the session, turning their back on transgression, cornering every adolescent obsession, singing a serenade of confession followed by the chorus of remorse. Accept what I say when I tell you that bondage in the body is the source, serving sin rounded by a continual carnal course, contained by gravitational pull and nuclear force, surrounded by Satan happily hating and wickedly waiting to elaborately endorse the merciless mark of the brutal beast upon the fort of the goats, scatter within the sheep that remain asleep upon each profitable parable, every gospel we courageously keep inside the biblical book with love and trust, the holy letter from our Father that lived this life once, manifested in flesh that born Emmanuel, God with us, Yeshua Messiah, sent from the great one to finish what is already done. I am that I am, as well the elect shall become. So the hymn of hope I happily hum. As for the Holy One, I solemnly succumb, reading the written wisdom. Y'all, Pekins are paid is piecing together parts of my thumbs, thankful for each and every crumb, providing a precious path towards purification of all the problematic wrath every evil thought hath persistently presented to try to persuade my mind to morph into a mental escapade. When I detect a clue of what those thoughts are trying to do, I quietly cue the correct way through a meditative display and calmly crossfade over the charade, taking control of the piteous parade, creating a righteous crusade, causing the worldly lust to evade. Figure out the plot of each and every thought if you want to live in this life lavishly right. A true battle must be forcefully fought within each day that grows old through twilight, dying into night. I prayerfully say, keep up the fight to all the children of light. Why? Representing planet Earth, Tone's lesson.
Among heathenism, in other words, they had drifted so far that they were worshiping things they knew not, called Chemosh, their god. Well, thank God we don't do anything like that today. Oh? You think rolling Easter eggs isn't Baal worship, friend? Taking part in Ishtar's fertility rite, it was a sexual orgy among heathenism and has been drafted into the most holy day of Christianity, Pascha, which is to say Passover. Chemosh, they brought with them even to this country. Chemosh, they brought with them even to this country. Chemosh. More Baal worship than the knowledge of God. Nothing new under the sun, friend. They haven't been taught. And what it's saying here, they go into captivity, meaning they take part in the great apostasy.
Yo, dark halls and hollow walls secretly surround us all. So stand tall and avoid the crawl, because before you unload, you first must haul. Take a break from meddling amongst merchants and malls. Lower the laughter and listen when I call, preparing for the spiritual brawl, where many stars will fall, casting Ophelia to one and all, spreading their wings, searching for the abundance of brains biblically small. Through wonderment, worship brazen images, beseeching Baalim instead of praying to eventually exit Saul. But I'm reluctant to recall that I reside in the MPO, double SD Paul, where most of the people perversely practice perjury, poison, fire, predominant pitfall, surrounded by dark halls and hollow walls. These 11 lies.
Verse 8. And the spoiler, I hope you know who that is. That's one of Satan's names. The false Christ shall come upon every city. And I'm teaching this in the futurist sense now. How many cities? Every city, and no city shall escape. The valley also shall perish, and the plain shall be destroyed, as the Lord hath spoken. Spoken is a little bit weak. It should be ordered, and he has ordered it.